Suzanne is 7 months pregnant and recently received a blood transfusion that saved her life.
When I came to the hospital, I was diagnosed with anemia, and they told me to go to the antenatal ward, where they would do a blood test. I was told to call my family to ask them to donate blood for me, and then they would give me a transfusion.
However, Suzanne says she wouldn't give blood for someone else, an attitude which doctors say is common here and prevents hospitals from getting enough blood donations.
A lot of cultural behavior that they don't donate blood. You know, some may think that if I give my blood, I'm going to be ill, I'm going to be sick, I'm not going to replace this blood. They think that if somebody donates blood, if he's a man, he's going to lose his manhood.
Even if the hospital could persuade enough people to donate blood, it doesn't have anywhere to store it in the necessary quantities anyway. This fridge is the only storage facility in the entire hospital, and it doesn't even have a constant power supply, which means the staff have to rely on generators. And if these break down, then all the blood inside has to be thrown away. As a temporary solution, a team of doctors has an idea to keep a constant supply of blood to the hospital. It's called a virtual blood bank, and it doesn't require any additional storage.
We have a database of names, but we also store about 10 pints of blood for emergency cases, because when an emergency occurs, you can't wait to call the donor before you save the patient. So you save the patient with the blood that's there first, and then when the emergency stock runs low, we call upon donors to replenish it.
A supply of emergency blood is particularly important in this part of the world, not only for the standard emergency cases and the maternity ward, but also for the victims of the continent's biggest killer.
Most of the patients who die here die from malaria, and then that is associated with anemia. And the commonest cause of transfusion is malaria-related anemia. Therefore, the commonest cause of death being malaria means that it is related also to blood transfusion.
The hospital hopes to have an actual blood bank in future, one with a constant power supply and sufficient blood to meet patients' needs all of the time. Until then, they have to rely on these ad hoc donations to save lives. Anna Cavell, Al Jazeera, Juba, South Sudan.